Hello, greetings to everyone. Welcome to your show, Opinión Latina. My name is Jorge Rivas and my wife. Thank you so much for tuning in again. It's a pleasure to be with you, a pleasure to give you our opinion on different topics, and of course, to speak with sincerity, to speak the truth without mincing words or anything else.
Well, in our humble opinion.
Yes, but it's also important to mention that, in my opinion, I think many news organizations genuinely care about what the donors will say or think. I mean, they're really going to risk losing donors. No, not donors, but those who buy the airtime.
Yes, of course, the sponsors, as always.
The sponsors, yes. And we
sponsor ourselves.
God sponsors us.
Yes, exactly.
So, in our view, our opinion is completely genuine.
Genuine without any kind of backing or support behind us that we need to please, or anyone we have to be accountable to, or being afraid to say something because they might scold us or censor us or tell us that they won't give us money anymore to keep making the show or whatever. Or
today we're going to talk a bit about voter identification, which is known as voter ID in English. I know that this issue has come to light a bit more these days, especially recently, because President Trump has made a proposal that includes several different points and aspects, and people have started to pay more attention to it as a result. The primary one, when discussing legislation, being the Save America Act, right?
The Save America Act is the proposal, and it has 5 points. And, well, one of the main ones is showing identification when you go to vote and bringing proof that you are an American citizen and that you can vote. Because you see, it's been coming out that Kamala, in all the states where they don't ask for
identification,
yes, identification, she won all of them.
Because I was born in another country, and also because I've traveled a bit, and you were born in Mexico, we both know that in both Mexico and El Salvador, people need an identification to vote. And also, I know that in some countries they give you identification just for that, or you have a general identification that you can use to vote and also for other things. But in our countries, where there are people with different physical appearances, some with darker skin, some with lighter skin, some with slanted eyes, others not so much, with dark hair, light hair, whatever you want. No one, absolutely no one, says that it is racism to ask for identification. I mean, for me personally, I feel I get angry. Honestly, it is just a part of me. Helplessness, but I also get angry. Hearing that so many people who you would expect to act out of genuine love for their country, are actually promoting these things by saying it is racism is honestly surprising.
To ask for identification. Yeah, but they only use it because it suits them. It suits them, and, well, they have nothing else to say but, oh, it is racism. They are discriminating against me because of my skin color or whatever. But that is the typical thing. They say, oh, because of my skin color, they are asking me for an ID. So they really make it look so big. I mean, like, it is actually such a huge violation that they are being asked for an ID to vote.
When, if you go to register to get an apartment, it is no longer an application to get an apartment, an application to buy a house, to buy a car, for
college, for everything, for a bank account.
Everything is fine, having identification, and no one
says anything.
Says that
it is racist. Why are you asking me for it? It is racist. They do not say it there.
I mean, how sad for the Democratic Party. What a shame. They disgust me. They make me want to vomit, thinking they have to reach that point to do. I know in English it is called cheating, but how do you say
cheat?
To cheat, because it is part of a system, a structure. where they have to cheat in order to win.
In order to win, exactly.
And also, at the very same time, I mean, honestly, any person, let us just say, who comes in as a legal immigrant, someone who arrives here through the proper legal channels, who comes from Chile, for example, and that person who is living in Chile at the time never had any problem with being asked for an identification at the time of voting. But when crossing the United States border, the system that essentially runs, the Democrats, they want to force you to accept that you're being discriminated against the moment you cross the border. And you have to say, from now on, I feel discriminated against because they're asking me for an identification. I mean, it's something so. It's insulting. To me, it's insulting as a Hispanic, as a Latino, as an immigrant. To me, that's insulting. It bothers me. I mean, I feel like they're insulting me by promoting that and by telling me that I have to accept that.
Uh-huh. Well, they go around saying that we Republicans are brainwashed, and that's a lie. The ones who are really brainwashed and quite thoroughly are the Democrats, who are told over and over that they should feel inferior. They put it in their heads that because of their skin color they're worthless, that they're nothing.
They're worth less.
Yes, that they're worth less. Well, obviously worth less. That you'll never be at the same level as those who are quote unquote from here,
Or
as a gringo, as they say, or a white person. Like now that you've gone so viral,
or
I mean, how many thousands of comments everywhere, right? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. What do they tell you? They'll never accept you. You're not one of them. They tell you they'll never see you as one of them.
like it's a private club.
Yes, as if it were a private club, or because they tell you because of your color, you'll never ever belong with them.
And
You and I say to each other, what is this? These people are out of their minds.
it's what I call self-discrimination. Yes?
They self-discriminate. They feel so worthless. And even worse, just like you're saying right now, I mean, the Democratic Party, they put it in their heads that you're worthless, that you're less, that you'll never get to be as important as others.
Any other person.
Yes, like any other person here in the United States.
Or
I mean, like, they put in you that you don't really have the how do you say it?
capacity.
The capacity, that you won't be able to be even a president of the United States ever, nor a congressman, nor someone like that, and important. I mean, and
When we know
that. Imagine I told a woman there, "Hey, what's wrong with you? Look where Marco Rubio is. Look where Marco Rubio is.
And
He's on his way to being president." I'm almost completely sure.
according to our Latino Opinion Institution, he'll become president. Yes.
Yes, of course.
No, but we also have to see that it's a plan, actually, a large scale plan, something that is really quite significant in its scope.
Large scale.
From the moment, let's say, like when Biden opened the border and let in 20 or I don't know how many millions of people illegally, to the point of giving them food, money, cell phones, giving them
Everything medical.
giving them hotels. From that point, they're already buying them.
Exactly.
So if these people are already here, because how many years now? 3 years, 2 or 3 years, they've been living here in the United States. If you have, say, 20 million people who arrived illegally and those people received all those benefits, then, and if they're not asked for identification to vote, obviously at least 90% of them will vote Democrat.
Obviously.
So if the Democratic Party automatically, or is maybe not automatically, but is forcing laws to pass so that you don't need to present documents that you're a citizen to get
To be able
to vote. So they're simply saying everyone who has entered illegally can vote. So what? Then what's going to be the purpose of voting then?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean,
I mean, if ever since the year 2020 they cheated President Trump and they say he lost when we know he didn't lose. Imagine that. I mean,
What's the purpose of voting? Why?
have elections.
Why?
Elections. No, but I've heard many people say since 2020, they say, why should I go out and vote? No, they say, I voted for Trump, and look, it turned out that I went to bed and didn't know. They say, I went to sleep. You saw what happened. I went to sleep. I woke up. I went to sleep. They say, Trump was winning, and I woke up in the morning and Biden won. I mean, how many people were disappointed? Thousands of people were disappointed, and they say, oh, why should I go out and vote?
Yes, so this idea, which isn't new, that there should be identification, is extremely crucial.
Yes.
That's our opinion, and if anyone doesn't like it, they can deal with it. Thank you very much again, and
please, follow us, give us a like, and subscribe. Don't forget.
May God bless you.
Thank you.